My erection matters more than your birthday.
Oh, your erection is why I have a birthday.
Your tits are flying around when I have sex with a different person. That's
Yeah.
how liberal
Watch
those
it from the
things
window,
are.
just swinging them. I'm just like, I see him. Let me suck your weird dick.
How much money would it take for you to fuck a 100-year-old woman? Realistic number.
$100. From black and white to full color, full surround sound, and Technicolor scope, it's the Dapper Dads coming at you.
Well, welcome, folks. Isn't it funny how once again we're here to abrasively attack your eardrums?
That's all I do is abrasively attack people's eardrums. I'm like a Pig Destroyer album
everything-
shoved inside a person.
I think everything you do is abrasive.
I mean, abrasive is such a hard word for it. I would say everything
Would
I
you
do
say
is
abrasive is abrasive?
I would say it's a very extreme word for what I do. I would say I'm more intense about things than abrasive.
I would say you're erotic about most things.
I would tend to say I'm exotic and
Is that
erotic.
a burp in there?
There's a little one. I'm just talking through them.
Okay, well, Dapper Dads, folks, episode 57.
Seven?
Seven?
Seven-ish, 57-ish.
57-ish. It's 57.3.
Just
The other
like
ones
those
are
big bush lights.
hidden in our website at www.thedapperdads.com.
It's like
Talk
when-
about a goddamn segue.
It's like when you used to get those
stupid
little
bitch.
secret tracks on albums where you had to like rewind the CD in the CD player before the first track started. It's like that. We have secret little episodes hidden.
Yep, they're hidden. So go there. We also have merch that you should be buying. Hot T-shirts.
Find the
fine,
location
off
of
the
Slim's
kettle.
Gold.
Yeah, Slim. There's a pot of gold. It's Slim's Gold. If you find it, things will happen. Probably regrettable things.
Abrasive thing, some
You
would
can,
say.
You can also anonymously submit there by clicking on submit, putting in a fake name and a fake email, and then saying whatever the fuck you want, because we have no way to trace it, and we're not being
I
satirical
know you're
with that.
out there, big dick at smalldick.com, and I still
Yes.
love you so much.
Bring your, I guess, medium-sized dick right back to us.
Bring your average dick to us.
Yeah, bring your run-of-the-mill dick.
Because if it's big dick at small dick, it has to be an average of dicks is what the person is, yeah?
That's how I've always taken it. Just a real
Average dick.
average dick, which is probably the best way to say you have an average dick.
Yeah.
It's like a big dick and a small dick had a baby. Because then you're always like, well, maybe
Like
the
a
big
mama
one.
bear,
Like,
bapa bear, and baby
when
bear.
when a really tall guy has
Yeah.
a baby with a really short girl, and you're
Yeah.
like, maybe it'll be tall, but then
Yeah.
it could be short. So that's our dicks.
If I haven't had those conversations with women before.
Mhm. It gets bigger, is what I try to emphasize.
The penis or the
Um,
kids?
All of them.
Yeah.
I mean, both of them legitimately do.
As long as they're all eating healthy.
Yeah, as long as my dick is eating healthy.
It's got to be eating healthy. I heard Cole's dick is still sniffing for a bush light along the river.
Something needs to. I pour gravy. I pour gravy in mine.
You pour gravy in your dick.
Yeah,
With
pork gravy.
Pork gravy?
Pour pork gravy in my dick.
Like with a gravy boat? Or is it like...
It's like comes to a much finer point.
I-
obviously.
I-
I have a huge pee hole, but
I
a
like to
finer
think
point.
you have like a turkey baster full of the gravy that
Ooh,
you're
that's-
just squirting in.
No,
because
because you can't have that much velocity.
like in, out.
It
But then
has
you're like
to-
squeezing your dick in the other end
Oh,
of the base. Like
man,
in,
it made
out,
me
in,
wheezy.
out, in, out. Which one? Which one? Watch the video for this one. You gotta figure out which
yeah,
one.
watch the
Which
video.
one?
We're on YouTube and
Spotify. We're on fucking Spotify.
yeah, I was gonna lean into YouTube, but yes, we're also on Spotify. We're on all the things. You're listening to it on one thing, but you could be listening to it on all the things.
Could be watching
listen
us on a
to
thing.
listen to this episode on each platform and get back to us.
Yeah,
with,
let us know what the best
constructive
crispest
criticism that
platform
we
is.
will not listen to,
No.
because how fucking dare you?
I don't think I could ever take criticism in my entire life, to be 100% honest with you. I'm very delicate.
Oh yeah, and if you have any constructive criticism, why don't you go ahead and send it to dapperdadspodcast@gmail.com. That's the only place we'll take criticism, and we will mark it as spam.
And then I will tell you to shove it up your ass.
Yeah, shove it up your ass. Call us or text us at 402-7-DAPPER. That's 402-732-7737. You can tell us whatever the fuck you want. If it's a voicemail, we'll play it. We've been dry on the voicemails, and you guys know we love the voicemails.
We love hearing your sweet,
Say
angelic
whatever you-
voices. Come bless me with your docile tones in my inbox.
Yeah, everybody hates their voice. Get the fuck over it.
I mean, do you think we like the sound of our voice? Do you think... Okay, it's not just listening to us when we're recording this, but then the playback
the
afterwards.
playback's the worst.
Oh my god, you think I like
This
hearing
can
the dumbass?
tolerate.
Because I can hear myself when I fuck up on the show. You think
Yeah.
I like listening to it
This,
over and
there's
over and
still-
over again?
This still has like a piece of that voice inside your head.
Mhm.
So if I sounded like how I sound in my head, I would be covered in pussy and
Yeah.
dicks, to be honest. Like,
I don't
my
care
voice,
what you
I
are.
would fuck me if I had the voice in my head,
Yeah.
and then I hear it on playback, and it's like, yeah. And I don't know why more people don't just punch me in the back of the head while I'm walking through stores.
When I hear my voice in my head, especially when it's like my low voice like this, I'm like, damn, he sounds sexy. But then I hear playback, I'm like, you sound like a man who doesn't get enough oxygen is what you sound like. As you light a just about burn the goddamn studio down.
Yeah, fucking. If it has to go, it's because of me smoking. Follow us on Twitter at dapperdadads. We tweet things from time to time. They can vary from promotional to absolute nightmares.
Yeah.
Especially
I'll give you a
when
hint.
we're
One of us tweets the nightmares, and it's not who you expect.
yeah, especially when we're at events. Like if you're listening to this on the day it comes out, we are back in Minneapolis
For
our home away from home for Prof Outdoors.
I'm gonna get some shit at that Herbivore's Butcher
We're gonna
again.
get a lot of shit.
I
gotta buy sunglasses. Gonna buy 2 pairs this time.
I'm also
I
gonna buy 2 pairs.
Mine.
If we can find 2 $5 pairs of sunglasses,
yeah,
I'm out.
That's early, but I call dibs on the black ones, and Matt has the red ones, so I don't know what to tell you.
I'll get
but
some
I'm
blacks
buying
and
2
some
pairs because I lost them. I almost made it full Minneapolis trips. I don't know how people keep fucking sunglasses. It's insane.
It's
I don't know
crazy.
how I lost mine.
I lost mine
I did
from
real good.
Soundset. Christ, a month and a half ago. It's been a minute.
One day I bought sunglasses, and then I went to Culver's immediately after purchasing them, and I left them on the table at Culver's. I had them maybe 40 minutes.
Nice.
So I just don't know. There's nowhere to put sunglasses.
Yeah.
Is my biggest problem, because can't put them in your pocket. I don't like putting them on my hat, then it covers up my hat. Why am I wearing a hat? You're gonna do the thing in your neck like you're wearing a mic, stretching out the neck.
Yep.
Jesus
No
Christ,
good
there's nowhere
move
to
here.
put the fucking sunglasses. Then you're at a show moshing, and you just gotta hold them up awkwardly.
The 2 things that I am dying for in Minneapolis, some Herbivore's Butcher, which we have mentioned on the show before. If you're just hopping in, they're a vegan butcher shop that I am more than happy to drive.
They're a
5
big
hours
oxymoron.
For. Huge oxymoron, but the food is fantastic, so I don't bitch. And then we will be up there, of course, for Prof Outdoors. And if you're unfamiliar with Prof, what the fuck are you even doing? Pause this, go listen to some Prof, and then come back to this.
Yes. Turn Prof on Spotify and just let your phone play it over and over while you sleep, so he gets fractions of pennies, because he deserves all the fractions.
And then you can subconsciously learn the songs in your head. So when you come to Prof Outdoors, you can, or just
just go see him. He's going on tour shortly.
I feel like if you had to sum up our year has been other small things in between Prof and Brockhampton shows.
Yeah, it's very ridiculous. There's a
Which
chance
we
we'll
are
see Prof 5. I'm pretty guaranteed at least 5 times
And
this year.
I know we're seeing Brockhampton 2 days before my birthday, which is exciting.
It's we just keep repeating things. We're just trying to we're chasing the dragon.
I'm always chasing the dragon.
Yeah, just waiting to chase the next dragon. Also at Prof Outdoors, Little B is the opening,
Yeah,
which is beyond
that is going to be.
unbelievable. And,
are we even going to survive the Little B set to get to Prof set?
I survived one. I saw him with a fucking boiler room event. I think Red Bull was involved. They're always lurking somewhere. It was free with an open bar. And I've never seen so many people try to touch a performer. The security had to just stand in front of them and beg everyone to take a step back because it was just a pile of people.
Yeah.
And he shook my hand and he told me he loved me. And I'm not kidding, 3 months of really good luck. Man actually has
honest to
powers.
God,
I
after the summer I had, I want to meet Lil B. Like
I want to meet Lil B so
I
bad.
want to say, I'm going to sit here on this show and say that the next time you hear from the Dapper Dads, when we regale you with Prof Outdoors, we will have met Lil B.
I fucking pray to God. I'm
so speaking
close.
It into existence. We can't let the fans down.
I'm so close to reaching out to the people that I know I could reach out to and being like, listen, I don't ask for much and I've done a lot. Just give me fucking a minute. I just want a picture. I want to talk to him. And
I want to thank him. And I want to
him
go on my way.
To bless me.
Yeah. Can we ask if we can be blessed by Lil B?
I don't know. I don't. It's very tricky.
I mean, I think if you,
I think you just have to
talk to the right people and ask how much it would be to be blessed by Lil B. Because if it's one thing
I don't think you can ask for a blessing. It just has to happen.
Okay, but I feel like if the brand was blessed by Lil B, we would be nothing but successful in the future.
If I meet Lil B, I have a game plan for something that will be riveting. So yeah, hopefully that happens.
You need to let me in on this before we go next week.
You'll know. But yeah, it's probably going to be a fucking nightmare. So if you're listening to this on the day it comes out, Friday the 7th probably, Yeah, tweet at us. We got a fucking long car drive, and we get wild. Last time we went up to Minneapolis, I had some conversations with people, and then watch our Twitter be full of nightmares, because there's also, of course, a party the night before that I'm going, and we're in walking distance, so I don't see any restrictions. Yeah, it's not like super ideal walking distance, but
it's enough.
It's walkable to get there, and then once you're drunk, everything's walkable.
Yeah, compared to the last concert we walked to and fro from in Chicago, what would you say it's comparable to?
What did we walk to?
Brockhampton at that venue.
Well, yeah, but we didn't walk to that.
I mean, we walked like some blocks to get there.
I think it's like 30 minute walk.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nothing. We'll figure it out. This is nice.
When you're drunk and talking shit.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. You just got to walk there. Yeah. And then when you're drunk, I can walk days.
Oh, yeah. That's never stop walking when I'm drunk.
Yeah, walk into another bar.
Yeah, and then just get drunk and keep walking. That's all your life is just steps of walking and
that's
drinking.
That's why Chicago is nice, because you can just keep popping in bar, or like Madison. That's my favorite thing about Madison is like, I walked a block. I think I'll pop in here for a quick one, and then just see where the night takes you. Yeah. So yeah, get in touch with us and look forward to some stories and some pictures, some illicit videos. You know, the whole gambit. Follow us on Instagram at dapperdadspodcast. You'll see pictures. We're trying to post more, but we forget.
Yeah, a lot.
It's difficult.
We got some real cute photos coming at you.
Yeah, we got some photos. We got a video that's a motherfucker.
It's gonna be great.
I can't even explain. So yeah, keep your eyes out. We're just out here being horrendous fucks, and you'll get to see it. All right, that's episode 57.
Later, taters.
What if I want an episode where we just do promotion and like talk about one little thing and then be like, all right, that seems good.
That seems good. Later,
guys always get
feels refreshed.
Yeah, that would be so nice to not do like a fucking hour and a half. Imagine editing. Imagine editing 11 minutes.
You're just like, phew, and just like skirt off afterwards.
Come the whole time.
11-minute podcast edited, followed by an 11-minute skirt.
Yeah.
I'd say 11-second, but we all know we're going for the Guinness Gold here.
Yeah, the longest boy ever.
Well, I had two really fucked up things happen to me this week that I definitely wanted to...
you've been holding this from me. That's the worst part about doing this. I know we've harped on it, but when you have stories and you can't tell them.
So the first story ends up being a little bit less lackluster than the first one, I realized. So I'm going to tell that one first. I was at home the other day on one of my days off, and I got 3 different knocks on my door, which is unusual because not a lot of people know where I live.
Like 3 separate?
3 separate instances where people came and knocked on my door, which is odd because not a lot of people know where I live.
When someone knocks on your door, do you pretend you're not home?
Now, here's actually a really fun trick that I learned from reading something online. If you don't want to be bothered when you're at the house, put on a jacket when you answer the door, be dressed when you're ready to like go out, because then that way if it's somebody you want to see, you can be like, oh, I just got home, why don't you come in? But if it's somebody you don't want to see, you can be like, oh, I'm on my way out the door, unfortunately I don't really have the time right now. So there's a fun tip for all you antisocial people out there.
I'm antisocial to where if I hear the doorbell, I hide.
Yeah,
as a grown man, I hide in my house. And I peer out of my window to see exactly what it is.
I'm trying to move past it, but I definitely am still in that trap.
I can't think of one time someone was at my door that I wanted to see in the past. That like people know, just if like you're coming to my house, just come in. Yeah. Or I know you're coming, but you get that rogue doorbell, and
my doorbell is so loud.
Mine is upstairs next to my room that I'm always working in.
So when you're in there and someone rings the doorbell,
it just goes boo, and it scares the shit out of me. And then it is great because I can like.
Does yours resonate? Does it like just like go
so loud?
Yeah,
and it's upstairs, which is a weird placement, but. Then I can like peek out my window and like just a little bit to see cars, and then I can look straight down on the people if they're at the door. It's always fucking Jehovah's Witnesses and God people. But one time it was a man who was banging on a door asking for someone named Sarah.
Interesting.
And it was like he was there like he was gonna murder her. And my roommate at the time answered it and was like, Sarah doesn't live here. And then they're like, well, who's the owner? And I'm like, don't give him this information.
Don't give him anything.
And he was like, I shouldn't have answered. I'm like, yeah, because the guy was screaming Sarah. I'm like, I'm not answering a door with someone screaming a name I've never heard of, because then that guy, what if that guy thinks Sarah lives there and I'm fucking Sarah and he just starts killing me on the spot?
Yeah,
you're the guy she's been fucking.
It's always that. It's always a dude killing another dude over that.
Yeah. Which, yeah, don't
fucking kill the dude.
Don't kill anybody.
Yeah, there we go. That's right. That's what I should have said.
Like when people are like, if I walk in on you cheating, I'm beating the shit out of that guy.
Yeah.
I've been in situations where I didn't know that there was another party involved.
Yeah, so it's like, what are you supposed to do? Be held accountable for her bullshit?
I didn't know. Even when I do know, I'm going to be like, I didn't know.
Shit, me too.
Anyway,
so
I was knocking on your door 3 times.
So the first knock came from my buddy that lives 2 houses down. He checks on me about every day. So
I know.
It's great being checked in on every day. The second knock came about a couple hours later from...
what is the time?
So the first knock, I want to say, came around, let's say, 9:30, 10.
PM?
AM.
Okay.
Second knock came around 12:30 in the afternoon. Let's say I just gotten back from a workout. I just walked around the neighborhood, came back. And I was actually butt-ass naked eating lunch.
Perfect. With those blinds open?
No, blinds closed. I only get blinds open naked first thing in the morning when I'm drinking my coffee, though. So that way, just everybody that's driving by on the morning commute. Yeah, you can see it, can't you? Yeah. It's wonderful. Just standing there in all of God's glory with the sun shining on my little doodle.
I do a similar thing, but naked coffee, but I dunk my scrotum in the coffee to wake me up.
Which is something we're going to be talking about later.
I don't wake up well.
No.
Okay.
I also heard you shove a big old pencil in your dick to wake up.
I hate that. That's one of my triggers.
Then why do you do it?
Because I gotta wake up. I got shit to do.
I understand that, yeah.
You see me groggy?
I can either lay in bed and do depression sleep all day, or I can shove a pencil in my dick and get going with the motion of the ocean.
Time to suck today's dick.
So the second knock was from a neighborhood gal, older gal, came over, and the Kmart...
Stop knocking, you're gonna break the podcast.
The Kmart is closing down by our house, and so she wanted to go buy some of the clothing racks. I don't know why, but I was on my way out the door.
Naked?
Well, I was about to hop in the shower when she knocked, and she's like, "Can you help me out?" And I was like, "No, I'm sorry. I have
help her with what?"
She wanted, because I have a truck, and so the whole neighborhood.
So she's just gonna.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then she was.
I don't have anything to do. Let me hop in your truck so you can buy clothes racks.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
The Kmart
she's like, "Well, I was gonna
shouldn't have been open for the last 6 years."
And then she's like, "Well, I was gonna give you a couple of bucks," because I was like, "I really don't have the time today. I got some stuff I got to go take care of for my schooling and blah blah blah. I don't have the time." And she's like, "Well, I was gonna give you a couple of bucks," and I was like, "I understand you were gonna give me a couple of bucks. I just don't have the time to do this."
You should have been like, "What are we talking? Like $4?"
Well, and I know that's what it would have been too, because she's like one of those like older gals. So you know she's gonna give you $5 and be like, "That brought me 50 gallons of petrol back in the day."
I hate when people like see something you want and they're like, "Yeah, that'll help me out." I don't know, like.
Well, and that's the worst part about it, is that, like, you know, she ain't like done nothing for me recently, and not that you shouldn't do nice things for people, but it's like you shouldn't. Yeah.
You got to get gummed up.
You shouldn't take time away from your work and like your important things that you need to do just to help somebody else out because you have what they want. Yeah, and that's a really hard lesson to
someone you don't even know.
Well, I know her because I know the people in my neighborhood, but it's not like I like go over and play cards with her and talk to her like regularly. You know,
sure.
To be 100% honest with you, I think she's trying to throw some pussy out in the neighborhood. It makes me really uncomfortable. Yeah. Didn't want to be in the car alone with her because I was afraid my dick was going to get grabbed by an old woman. And what am I supposed to do?
Accept it.
Exactly. And I didn't want to accept it because my God, she yells a lot, and I don't want to be yelled at because I didn't, you know, what do I do? What do I do? She grabs my dick and I'm so nervous I can't get hard. And then she's like, "What are you?"
That's my MO.
Yeah, no,
I'm always so nervous. I haven't been hard in 11 years, 6 months, and 12 days.
Wow, it's incredible that you remember.
You
can't remember my birthday, but you can remember the last time you had a full erection.
Yeah, things that matter.
Yeah, I guess.
My erection matters more than your birthday.
So then,
sorry.
I guess. I mean, your erection is why I have a birthday.
Yeah, I want to have you unwrap my erection for your birthday.
I can't wait to wake up on that cold October Tuesday morning.
That cold October morning.
And then just quietly untie the bow on your big hard dick.
Yeah, hopefully.
Third knock comes to the...
That one sounded official, too.
Third knock comes to the door while I'm in the shower, scrubbing my nuts, let's say. Shortly later, because I was like, okay, so now I really have to get out of here because the old lady's going to be watching, seeing if my truck moves or not, so I got to actually get my shit together and move. So I heard a third knock, and then it was followed by a doorbell ring. And so I'm in the shower, scrubbing my nuts, and I'm standing there. I'm like, "Lady, I swear to God, if I got to come out there and tell you that I'm going, I don't want to do this again." And so I quickly threw my shit together, got everything, throw the door open. There's no one there. And I'm like, okay, I got ding dong ditch. I took too long, blah, blah, blah. But there is a business card stuck in my door from the state's attorney office.
Yeah, I hate those business cards.
And so I'm standing there looking at it, and I'm like,
did they write on it?
No, it was just a business card for a detective from the state's attorney office. And so I start immediately freaking out because I'm not going to sit here and say what I do when I'm not doing the show. But
it's all legal.
Yeah,
and squared away.
Some of it is.
No,
yeah.
We'll say it's all legal
and squared away. But let's just say there are naysayers out there sipping tea about me who like to spread some things around, who would believe people. And to be 100% honest with you, I thought this was regarding something with like my ex. Like, I don't know if she got like a restraining order against me or something,
Yeah,
you know?
She should.
I mean,
you have to stop standing outside of her house.
Yeah, well, it used to be my house. It still feels like it's my house.
This used to be my house.
Where are you?
Come back.
Come back. I need you. Start sobbing in the driveway. Cops show up. They're like, Christ, not this again.
They just hand you another business card. It just says stop.
Well, and so I give the number a call because I'm like, why is this in my door? And so I'm like, going through all the legal and lawful texts on my phone and thinking of
sitting there for
sitting of all the lawful things. I'm actually driving around frantically because now I'm trying to get away from this old lady who wants me to help her out with these clothes. And now the police. Yeah. And so I call and I go, could I speak with the name on the business card?
Do you know it?
The name on the business card?
Okay.
And so I was like, could I speak with Detective please?
Well, yeah, I'll bleep it out now.
Yeah.
I just was curious.
And
from
so
my prior escapades.
And so I was like, and they're like, yeah, what business do you have? And I said, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, lady. There was a business card stuck in my door with this on it, and I just want to know what's going on. And she kind of laughed, and she's like, okay, I'll patch you through.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Yeah, I bet you do. You
send 6 squad cars.
Send 6 squad cars at this location. There is a rapist. He's already starting over the phone, and so
he's being real. What if that's what I would love to do is work like as a male secretary for like a detective and be like, oh yeah, honey, don't worry, it's usually nothing, and then be like, yeah, he's getting real aggressive on the phone.
But he's like been still have it on the same line.
Sorry, I'm not good at
transferring. Yeah, this is my second day.
This guy's fucking flipping
I got caught at work today on my phone by a dude who was so pissed about it, but it's because there was a spider the size of my thumb in the back, and I wanted to make sure it wasn't a recluse biting somebody. Turns out it was a glass orb spider. All they do is spin those webs that look like those little orbs.
Yeah.
So I didn't kill him. I picked him up and I let him outside.
I had a spider scenario that we can touch on later.
But so I call, and it ends up putting me through to his voicemail, and of course it's a very like older, tired sounding man who's like, this is Detective, just leave your number.
I hope it said that.
Detective.
And you were like, listen, motherfucker, nobody puts business cards in my door.
To be honest to God,
me.
I was so goddamn tactful on that phone call, it would blow
Were you shaking a little bit?
Yeah, I was shaking a little bit because I was like, hi, this is, my name is... hi, this is bleep that out. Yeah. Fuck. And so
this is Slim.
This is Fast Finger Slim, and so I left a voicemail and I was like, I live at this address. A business card was left in my door. If I was specifically like, I've just moved in, so if I've been reached in vain, please just let me know. My phone number is, and I left my phone number twice, so we made sure he got it.
Yeah, that's
and
good.
I was like, and have a nice day. And did not get back to me for the rest of the evening.
Yeah,
so
just
I
to really stress
just
you
to,
out.
oh my God, and I'm
That's
not
all
even.
they do is stress. Like when you get pulled over and it takes 40 minutes, and you're just like,
and you're like, is he gonna come back and shoot me?
Yeah. I'd rather go to jail.
Well, and so I'm literally laying up all night, freaking out, stressing out because I am like, what could possibly be going on in my life where the state's attorney needs to get a hold of me? I'm thinking of all the shit I've done. I'm thinking about all
your whole life.
Yeah, my whole life. I'm going back like since I graduated high school, and I'm like, what the fuck have I done?
I go back to middle school.
So the next day at work, I have to open. I'm up till 2-3 in the morning, grinding my teeth because I can't fall asleep because I'm too stressed.
That's
thinking
just
about
how I
well, because
sleep.
like man, I'm just starting to get my life back together, and so it's like the idea
Debatable.
Debatable, but. Like going to jail right now would fuck everything up.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd give me some street cred for the show.
Is there anyone who's ever like going to jail? If it happened right now, would be the best time.
There's a lot of people that do that.
During the winter when I don't have to turn the heat on because I'll just be locked up.
Free meals, heat, everything's fine.
Yeah, meals question.
Yeah, question mark. But so the next day I'm up. I got to be at work at 7:30 in the morning. That's when I'm always there in the morning. So I get there. And I had honestly at this point in the morning, I hadn't even remembered that all that had happened the day before. And so I'm just at work. I'm checking my emails. I'm printing out my schedules and everything. And I'm downstairs, and it's a couple minutes before we open, and I get a phone call from an unknown number. And so I pick it up and I'm like, hello? He goes, hi, this is Detective. How you doing today? And I'm like, I am fine. How are you, sir? He goes, good. Do you live at this address? And he gave my full government name and my full government address.
They always do that. That's where it came from.
Yeah, and I was like, yes, sir. And he goes, oh, I must have contacted the wrong person. Did you just move in there? And I said, yeah, I just moved in at the beginning of the month, sir. And he goes, oh, okay, you're not who I'm looking for. You go ahead and have a nice day, sir. And so, like, I was the nicest fuck at work all day after that. I was like, you want to go home early? Fuck yeah, go live your life, buddy. Have some fun. Want me to buy you lunch? Sure thing, my dude. Let's go get some lattes afterwards.
Chalk it up to Detective.
Chalk it up to Detective coming in and giving us a good old time. So definitely got my cardio up this week thanks to the state's attorney office.
You should have been like, I have a heart condition.
The other
I hate
thing
when they act like when you are like nervous about things like that,
and then
they're like, why are you nervous? And
because
it's
like,
really,
I don't know. I live by myself. People hate me. The state's attorney's at my door. So the other thing that happened to me this week that made me think somebody was fucking with me. This started on Sunday. And what I did is I was across town. I was driving over to my buddy's house to hang out for a little bit. And I use Spotify. I'm not an Apple Music subscriber. And you know when you have multiple devices?
Spotify playlist every other Wednesday.
Every other Wednesday.
Check it out.
Oh, just dropped a hot, fresh one.
Yeah, hot, fresh. Well, not when
now it's a week and a half old, but it'll be fuck
just
'em.
go look. It's so hard to explain.
But so you know when you're on Spotify and you do the shared account, don't you?
Yeah.
So
I have a plug.
So like you
shout out. I forgot.
Shout out Detective.
It's not even who it is. It's Curd. I just realized I haven't paid for it in many months, and I'll have to get around to that. Sorry, Curd.
The check is due.
He never brings it up, and I forget.
Yeah, I owe him money, and he always brings it up when he is not around me, and then he's always What it is he'll see me, and then like he won't bring it up, and we both forget, and then 2 days later he'll text me and be like, "Oh hey, when can I get that money?" And I'm like, I don't know how to work a fucking Venmo, and you can come see me. He's like, I'll get it when I see you next.
Yeah,
it's like,
we're always just perpetually owing each other money.
Pretty
the whole
much.
Dad Squad.
Yeah, I feel
one
like
day I'd like to clear the books on this.
I would like to clear the books and have it where we just pay for shit as soon as we need to, and we don't got to stress about it. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, there's just no way to do it sometimes.
So I'm across town. I'm driving, and here's where I thought you were the culprit behind this. If you go to listen to your Spotify account on another device, or if it's hooked up to like your PlayStation or your Google Home or something like that, and someone else uses it, it'll come up on your phone.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks prior, we had been at the cabin, and I had connected my phone to the speaker, and I was listening to one of the new Suicide Boys songs on repeat as I was driving around.
That's
and
upsetting.
I know, and this is why I thought it was you at first, because at first it said Spotify playing on living room speaker, continue, and I was like, I don't know what this is about. No. And so I said no, started my song over. Song stopped again, listening on living room speaker, and I'm like, no. And so I kept stopping it. What I thought was going on was that you had the indestructible speaker, because you told me that you use it when you're like doing dishes or like cleaning around, and I thought that you were listening to Spotify on it, and somehow my account was still hooked up to it because it was like a bunch of old head rap. I actually have some screenshots of some of the things that happen.
Yeah, I definitely would have been like, no more Suicide Boys, listen to Nas.
Well, and that's what I thought was happening. I thought like you had turned on the speaker and like it was my music playing, and you were like, oh fuck this, he has terrible
we were playing
taste.
music through my playlist, so it doesn't even fucking tie.
Okay, so if you take a look here, you can see where mine have the dots next to it. The song radio is what the culprit was playing. So if you take a look, there's several.
Who's that lady?
Yeah, so there's like some old like soul music in there, and then like there's
this be some gangster shit.
Yeah, so it's like all these old, like weird old head rap radio stations. Yeah, and so I'm looking at all and
Night Owl.
Yeah, and so like
looks like a big weird man throwing up West Side.
Yeah, and so like these
Ponytail?
crazy stations keep coming up, and so like these are the songs that start playing on my Spotify, because like whoever is doing this is listening to it on a speaker somewhere, and that's taking control of it. So they're playing. I'm trying to listen to my music that I've chosen and I pay for, and these crazy old stupid rap songs keep coming through my Spotify. And what I had thought it was I had several avenues. I was driving by a park and there was a bunch of kids outside playing ball, and so I thought, okay,
playing weird old rap.
well, and I thought, like, okay, my speaker, my Spotify connected with Bluetooth must have somehow gotten connected to theirs, and it just picked it up, you know. My second thought is I got back home and it was still happening, and so I'm like, okay, well, must be at home playing. Yeah, I heard it as I did it. I heard it as I did it. And so I'm like, he must be at home doing dishes, like cleaning up the house. Because it was on a
I don't do dishes.
Well, it was on Sunday, like late afternoon. And so I'm like, he must just be at home relaxing.
I'm panicking about the week coming up.
I'm like, so he must just be at home relaxing, listening to music, and this is happening. And so I go to trusty Google, and I'm like, okay, let's see if we can disconnect this somehow. I was like, how to do this? And they're like, what to do if your Spotify is being used by multiple accounts? And it starts off with like, if more than like 3 people are using the account, it'll take preference over the last person using it. I then pulled up an very interesting article on Google where a gentleman was having the exact same problem. And this was going on for a couple of days. So what I ended up having to do per Spotify's rules are they're like, well, if this keeps happening to you and your shared account keeps getting blocked, download some music and then put it in offline mode so that you have like your playlist that you want to listen to and then you don't have to worry about it.
I love when things are like, we can't fix the issue, so do this other
and so, and my go-to playlists are all downloaded anyway, so I can listen to them offline. So it's not like I was wanting for music to listen to, but it was annoying when it's like, you know, I'm on Facebook and they're like, play this in Spotify, and I pull it open and I can't, because every time I turned on offline mode, this guy was playing music. And I
wish it was me.
Well, what it turned out it was, I read an article. This guy was having the same issue where he would go to use his Spotify and other music come up, and he said it was just the weirdest shit. Like he couldn't even put like a name. Like he's like, why would anybody be using my account for this? And so he actually started fucking with the guy, and so I started fucking with the guy because I was like, I'm paying for this every month. Why should I be the one to not be able to listen to my music? You know? And so every time he would start playing something, I would play something, and then vice versa. But it's like he just wouldn't give up. Like he just wanted it more than me.
Yeah.
So what I did one night was I waited until I turned it off from offline, and it was at like 1:30 in the morning. So I was like, I'm able to listen to my music. This motherfucker put on ambient sleep sound radio before he went to bed and started playing it. And so I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. So I put on the Twin Peaks musical score soundtrack.
Like
I'm going to go ahead and pull up the exact song that I had playing constantly all night, and because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and just fuck with this guy, because if he's gonna keep, and then I also had a thought. I thought it might have been my ex, because we had like a Google Home and an Alexa and like a iPad and everything at the house, and so I thought it was something where you know,
he was upset with me.
Yeah, he was upset with me, you know. God, I can't even talk and type out this song at the same time. It's basically just a big, like, loud violins, like horror movie soundtrack stuff. So I just kept playing that in the middle of the night, hoping that it would stop, but it wouldn't. It just wouldn't stop. Like, and so I read in the article what this guy did was he connected his phone to somebody's like Google Home at a party, and it turns out every single time you connect your phone to a Google device, it remembers it. So if it's the very first time that you've connected like your accounts to a Google Home, it's always going to remember those accounts. What I did, and so I kept reading the article and I was like, oh, okay, so what this means is at one point, you know, I hooked it up. So my theory wasn't wrong. I had hooked it up to a device and it kept listening to it. But then I was looking for an answer in the article. This guy's answer was he actually found the guy because he remembered where he was when he hooked it up. And it said the only way to fix it is to manually find the person who has it, and you have to go into the account and you have to remove your Spotify or your Apple Music or whatever from the device for it to stop doing that. And I thought about it and I was like, you know what? I sold my Google Home and my Alexa to Disc Replay because I wasn't using them. Yeah, you were there because I wasn't using them anymore, and they were just kind of like sitting around. They weren't that great.
You just bagged up a bunch of shit in your house and said, "I'm gonna go sell this."
Yeah, because if I don't need it, it goes. Yeah. And so I'm thinking, I'm like, so the only thing I'd be able to do would be go to Disc Replay and be like, who bought my Google Home? I have to go knock on their door and politely ask them to stop. But here's a fun pro tip for you. If
Change the password?
Not even change the password, because this is what I did. I went to Spotify. I logged out of devices everywhere. I changed the password. I changed my Facebook password because I used my Facebook to log into Spotify.
That's the biggest
Nothing worked. I had exhausted every avenue except I had a creative stroke of genius
for once in
my life. And so if you encounter this issue where you hook up a Spotify or something to a device and it just keeps fucking up, what you can do is download the app for that device and still log in with the same credentials, and everything is still in there. So what I did was I downloaded the Google Home app and my Spotify was still linked in there, and I removed it. No problems ever since. So now I don't have to go kick a guy's ass. He gets to listen to his weird old head music all the time without me interrupting him with horror movie violins.
I hope that man's listening.
This started on Sunday. I didn't solve this until Thursday morning. So this is something that went on for days of my life. Like, I was going to work and coming home and trying to figure out how to get this guy to let me listen to my own fucking music again.
You were like detective.
I was like detective. I was trying to figure out exactly what had to happen.
Yeah, that sounds like a fucking nightmare. I hope there's one person listening to this randomly that has that issue and they're like, holy shit, these guys are the best. I've been having this weird issue.
Well, because
or that the guy was
honestly starting to stress me out. I thought I was going to have to cancel my Spotify and get Apple Music again because I was like, I cannot live like this. Like, I can't just live with the same like 5 fucking playlists downloaded and like not be able to listen to my shit and stream it. Because how pissed off would you be? Like, let's say whole dad squad driving to Minneapolis, your MP3 player dies, and you're like, okay, somebody get the aux cord. I take it, and we go to use my Spotify, and like every time we go to listen to like, walk off, it stops, and then it turns into like, boom, 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 boom.
Imagine how that guy felt. He was probably like, what the? Both of you were probably like, what the fuck is going on?
Well, and the guy, in the article I read, the guy actually said when he found the guy and was like, haven't you wondered why this is happening? He was like, I guess I just thought the device was fucking up with the Wi-Fi or my Bluetooth or something. And it's like, you thought the Wi-Fi was playing a completely, like, so I really want to meet this guy because I'm picturing like older guy, you know, he's got to be in like his like late 30s, early 40s, something, because he was listening to like old Dr. Dre radio, Snoop Dogg radio, West Side radio. And I think he's got kids because like there's like some little kid music in there, you know.
No, he just has a lot of fun.
I mean, hey, whatever he likes. And I just like to, you know, be able to go knock on his door and be like, I just picturing him listening to like do 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 do, and then come on, what the fuck? And he goes and checks and then it just goes
yeah, that's what I would have spent all the time playing the most random, like, horrible songs I could think of.
Well, the dude in the article said he was privy because he said the guy kept playing Freebird for some reason, like Lynyrd Skynyrd. So every time he would go to play Lynyrd Skynyrd, the guy would play All Star by Smash Mouth in 6-second intervals. So he would play 6 seconds, pause, play 6 seconds, pause, play 6 seconds,
that's
pause.
what I mean.
Because he was like, there has to be some way to get this guy to stop
be a
listening to my
fun
shit.
aspect of it, but yeah, that's quite a doozy.
I'm trying to find the exact song that I use because God, it would scare the shit out of you.
I understand. I feel like there's a lot of songs you could play that would be. Yeah, that would be alarming to wake up to.
Just at 3 a.m.
Yeah, I would fucking. I woke up the other night and I didn't know where I was and I couldn't find anything. And the other day, maybe it's because I didn't have my Spotify, but the other day I woke up and I had no recollection of what day it was, who I was, where I was, what I was doing with my life, or what I should be doing. I have that one every day.
I mean, no, like I have that every day, but it was like a very extreme sense of like, do I have a job? Like one of those like. Do I contribute
so sick
to
if
society?
You had amnesia and I had to come to your house and I'm like, what the fuck? You don't show up and you're like, who are you?
I'm like, sir, can I help you? You're yelling a lot.
I'm like, I'm your boyfriend, bitch. And you're very submissive.
I like look at my dick. I'm like, explains a lot.
That's why it's been so mad.
I like that you don't take this opportunity to be like, yeah, you owe me $50,000.
I mean, that comes later.
You're like, let me have gay sex with you.
I didn't say gay sex. I picture you making me a lot of food and I make you eat meat.
And so I'm like, why am I shitting so much?
It's the gay sex. You don't remember?
You don't remember you took all those suppositories before we had gay sex?
By Poopsies, located in Davenport, Iowa.
Oh my God, I love this store.
Which, just for the listeners, there's a You might know what it is. I didn't know.
We don't.
Poopies is a bar. Is that what it is?
Yeah, Poopies is a bar.
So this is Poopsies, and
is it a kid's store?
Yeah, I think we got to the bottom of it being a kid's store, but we, in a frantic drive, like we do when conversations get real wild, that's what I would like to figure. Your hair is unbelievable.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird things going on.
But we assumed Poopsies would be like a sex shop that exclusively sells anal toys, I guess you could say.
I guess you could say.
And people are so frantic and
water
excited.
toys.
No, just anal toys, but exclusively. I mean, water could be involved.
Yeah.
Those are
water
just called
sports.
enemas.
What are water sports?
Anything in the water? That's a sport?
No, I mean like porn wise, there's a category called water sports.
Oh, I think it's when they squirt a bunch onto things.
Is it squirt or is it like enema shit?
It could be. I think it's.
What's with the people? Let's start with like milk getting poured in people's asses. What's up with that?
I know it's so
like milk enemas.
I saw just a still image that I can still see in my head.
I can see you seeing it as you longingly and like painfully look in the distance.
One of the things that has stuck with me the most is I guess you would say a bowl of Fruit Loops in a woman's ass, minus her ass is the bowl, but very detailed. Not erotic. Upsetting. Still sticks with me.
Yeah?
Twitter. Clicking on a random picture link on
Twitter lets some things slide, man. I have seen some things on Twitter.
I've seen so many things, and I don't even...
Like, how does Twitter get away with it? Because, like, Facebook,
There's
cracks down on that shit. There's no filter on Twitter.
There's no filter. I saw a circle of 6 men sucking each other's dicks clockwise, so everybody was sucking the dick next to them in a big circle outside, which I was mainly like,
were they laying down?
They were like leaning over, so it looked kind of like a flower, but it was just guys sucking each other's dick.
It sounds like a Renaissance painting. Like I can see it.
Be.
I can see it in
I can see it too.
Yeah,
forever.
I didn't see it, but I can.
I was just wondering where it was taken. With things like that, I'm always like,
where did you do this?
Is this like a farm? Do they know what you're doing? It's like an open prairie, a little house on the prairie.
Like,
scenario,
is this like
is this
like a garden area in the middle of Chicago that just looks like it's rural?
Yeah, it's just,
and like people are just like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
looking from their Chicago back porch.
Performance art. Yeah, imagine walking out like the cabin where you have like a bedroom balcony scenario, but it's a tiny plot of land in Chicago where you don't have a yard.
Ripping a creme brulee Jewel, drinking a nice dark coffee,
and it's fall, so it's beautiful.
Foliage.
Yeah, foliage, nice cool weather. You've got a bathrobe on, but it's open. And you sip your coffee and you peer down. It's just 8 men sucking each other's dicks in a circle.
So are they like head bobbing or are they like just...
I mean, it was a still image. I think they're kissing.
Like gumming it? Like
for starters, yeah.
Yeah?
Of course.
Like not, because you don't want to be crazy right off the bat.
No, but there's probably one guy who is. He gets everybody.
Yeah, I mean, you've been with them girls that like go crazy right off the bat and they just start sucking it
like their
wives. Like those girls that suck it like they're finishing it when they start?
Yeah. And then they do finish it.
Yeah, right away. And then it makes you seem like a fucking idiot.
I mean, I think they should take it as a compliment for their skills, and they don't have to get lockjaw.
I think if I come too quick, it's just a compliment on how tight your pussy is.
Yeah, one time I worked with a girl, and I can't remember how we got on the subject, but probably something like this. And she was like, my boyfriend always comes very quickly. And I was like, that's kind of a compliment, you know? And she was like, really? And I like broke it down for her, and she's like, I always took it as an insult, and I was like, "Why?"
I don't get how it's in. I mean,
and
it's not like
I
flattering.
thought he just wanted to be like done with me, and I was like, "No, it's because you got something going on down there."
I mean, that shit's so tight, I can't.
But she had the greasiest hair, so I
thought you were gonna say the greasiest pussy.
Nope, never tried.
Well, the greasiest hair has to come with. One could only imagine the greasiest.
Don't imagine that. This was over a decade ago.
The sloppiest of labias.
Did you hear that STDs are at an all-time high?
I also heard that.
Well, I asked you if you had heard it. So
I'm also
good job answering the question.
Also heard that and not been wrapping my dick recently. So
you have to have sex to wrap your dick.
You aren't fucking kidding.
Jerk off in a condom on the back of a tour bus.
I mean, I do it in the back of my truck.
Yeah, you do a lot of things in the back of the truck.
Yeah.
But yeah, STDs are at an all-time high, guys. So I would love to make Dapper Dad's condoms.
Let us know if you would wear a Dapper Dad's rubber, because I am totally down to hand those out for free to people.
Oh yeah, if the profit margins make sense.
The last thing I want is our fans to succumb to some dick rotting disease when they could have been wrapping it up with a red and yellow Dapper slapper.
Oh, I can already picture the packaging on it, and
a mouth.
Yeah, of course.
Do you think? Okay, I think when you so when you like open the condom, like it has to look like a mouth on the tip, but then when you put it, it's just like stretched and like
I feel
horrible.
like you don't see graphics on the actual condoms.
That's what I'm saying.
There's probably a reason for that.
I feel like we could start.
I mean, we could do it, but I don't want the backlash. There's probably a reason. I'm assuming there's not.
What
ink
about
that's
like
meant
a
for that?
Dapper Dad's dental dam?
I don't understand how those work
or
what they are.
It's like a weird cup that you like shove up inside you that catches the jizz, and then you like pull it out and wash it out. Doesn't sound safe. Doesn't sound like any type of thing that you should be. It basically, like, I don't know what's worse, a dental dam or a female condom. You ever seen like the dynamic of a female condom?
Oh yeah.
Like I don't even get how that works, because the whole point is
just
that
a big condom.
but it's on the inside
opposite.
of the woman, so you gotta like lube up the inside of it.
They probably come.
It just
lubed.
feels like a bag that you like shove up in. Like I don't want to see a
mean,
girl.
yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying it. Listen, fellas, it's not flattering watching a dude put a condom on. I've seen myself put a condom on in the mirror on accident, and it is like you know, you got the mirror in your bedroom, and you're just like you're putting, you look over.
No,
you're
I
just
don't.
like, holy
I
shit.
don't have one in the bedroom anywhere like that.
I didn't
'cause
want
all you're
one.
gonna catch is
It's just horrible.
upsetting
Yeah, I
glances.
didn't want one, but then you remember that big old dresser we had in my old place? It was just this huge fucking mirror on that, and it's like
I've been in hotel rooms.
oh god, I could never get a mirror on the fucking ceiling and fuck. Like just see my flabby white ass just moving
Well, I
around.
don't think you would see your white. I mean, I can't. Don't let me jump in here and assume any positions. But I don't know how often you would see your ass. I feel like it would be good for you because you would probably just be like on your back. You know how on your back your stomach is like way tighter and nicer.
Yeah, but like I
Arms
still
behind
feel
the
like
head and
my
she's
tits are
riding.
gonna be flying around.
Oh yeah, your tits will be flying around. Your tits are flying around when I have sex with a different person. That's how liberal
Watch
those
from the
things
window,
are.
just swinging them.
swinging them. It's the only thing that gets me off anymore.
It's the only thing that gets me
But
off anymore is
think about
watching
the
you do
poor
it.
woman that has to see your butt doing that triangle thing. From
Oh
the butt.
yeah, just
you'll
that
never.
in out that.
Think about the
flexing.
opportunity of the Bride of Chucky, where that one couple is murdered when they throw a champagne bottle up into the mirror above the bed and kill them. That's the way I want to go.
Champagne mirror above the bed.
Yeah, from a doll. From a doll that everyone's afraid of, and I don't understand why.
I'm not terrified of dolls.
Kick a doll.
You just kick it like a little kid, just really hard.
Yeah, that's the only way to kick children.
And I mean, like, I feel, and call me crazy here, but I feel like most of my strength is in my legs. So I feel like if I was to, was to personally, think about how hard I could kick.
Oh, I don't want to. In the shin?
Can you imagine me with like a steel toe boot kicking someone in the shin?
Oh my God.
Like at full
You
force,
break
as
bones
hard
I
as,
don't know how to pronounce, I'd assume.
Yeah, I'd assume I'd just be shattering your bones into a bunch of splinters that the doctors would look at and be like, we don't even have the technology to put that back together.
He's the $6 million man. You ever have a razor scooter swing around and clock you?
What would you rather have?
The shin?
What would you rather have? Slim kick you in the shin at full force with a steel toe boot?
Do you have a running start?
No, me standing there, but
Just
like
firm.
big swing back with the leg.
Swing as
like,
hard as you can.
Yeah, I'm talking like kick.
I'd like to
bitch.
see you with a 3-step
a 3-step run
yeah.
or a 3-step like walk.
run. So you get three. You start. You get 3 huge strides, and then you kick on the last.
I feel
one.
like I could like. What do you think I could kick? You think I could break a board doing that?
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
you want to test
depending on
this?
yeah, I would love to. Yeah.
Like, you see how hard I can kick some shit?
yeah.
I would love to do this.
Yeah. I would love for you.
Do
I
it
have
for the next
steel-toe
vlog?
boots. Well, you've got big feet.
What size are they? Are they at least a 13?
No.
Ah.
No. Like I wear 13.
What size shoes you wear?
10 and a half. The
Really?
most common size. Yeah.
Interesting.
Normal size feet, average size hog.
And I'm a size 14 boot with a decent size hog.
I've heard different.
I felt different.
Yeah, we've all felt your weird sized penis. Speaking of weird sized penises, you want to pull up that headline that
Which
that I
one?
sent you?
The
first one.
The first
yeah.
one? Okay, yeah.
I came across. We're not one of those podcasts where we're gonna hit wacky headlines.
No,
but I
but
feel like
this is
this
something.
This is something because ever since our wiping epidemic,
Yeah, which
people have nonstop told us how they wipe their ass
Yeah.
and other weird things they do. And to be honest, we found things much weirder than either of the way we wipe our ass. People are out there doing insane.
People are out
things.
there. You're out there doing shit in the bathroom that I wasn't even like aware of. There's people out
We've
here
got
doing
people
things.
doing half and half.
Got people like twisting their nipples when they're shitting.
Yeah,
It's like there is
well,
some odd
what you're
things.
doing while you're shitting is a whole nother scenario.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had the debate of how you wipe your ass, and it got very hectic, and we haven't lived it down since, and we're owning it now at this point.
Might as well.
But I feel like people have also told us other weird things that they do in the bathroom. So this is my new favorite interest, is things, because I feel like the bathroom is a sacred place.
It's where
Everything
you feel like you can just kind of be yourself.
Yeah,
and
you think you're doing everything right in there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
because it's how you've always done it.
How you shower, which way you face the water, what you do
How
in the
you
shower,
rinse yourself
like
off.
your order of showering, brushing your teeth. That's like all the most private things, and you don't see other people doing them a lot, any of the things.
I feel like no matter how often or much I brush my teeth don't feel clean.
Yeah, that's a problem. You
I don't
should,
know why.
go to the dentist.
Even when I do floss, I'm still angry.
But yeah, so I happen to come across the headline that fits so beautifully in the category of things people think they're doing normally in the bathroom, but I don't think they are. Want to read that?
I don't even schematically understand how this headline works.
Yeah, that's what I want to get into.
Do men enter bathtubs on hands and knees so their balls hit the water last? Now, I don't know if the woman, or I'm assuming it's a woman that wrote this.
Well, if I can preface it, it is a it's an article for mothers.
Okay.
Because about bathing boys. And what the whole point was here is it had stemmed from a forum for mothers, and the woman was saying that her young boy that she bathes seems to enjoy baths when he's like put in a specific way, and sometimes he just like acts out. And she finally thought it was when the water was hitting his balls. It was when he like freaks out, and she's like, the water doesn't seem like too cold, too hot. I don't know. I don't have balls. Trying to figure it out. And the lady was like, yeah, my husband deals with this. That's why he enters the bathroom on his hands and knees, so his balls are the last thing submerged.
That's where you lost me, to be 100% honest with you.
The whole thing lost.
Okay, because
there's not a way to put your balls in last.
No.
At all.
The only
I would
way,
love to.
the
I will
only
literally
way,
watch it if someone can do it.
The only way that you could and crawl on hands and knees and get balls in last. That means there's only
there's so many variables.
Two things I'm seeing in my head right now. Either a pulley and lever style system that lowers you lower yourself into the bath, but there is a special extra thing that holds your nuts up.
Yeah, because
so
balls
that it is
constantly held down by gravity.
Yeah,
more
constantly.
so than any part of
Think
your body.
about a man on his hands and I don't know.
I do.
Now, okay, I don't know, fellas. I don't know if you've been on your hands and knees naked, but let me tell you, your shit hangs down. It does not stay in place.
No.
It is your nuts.
And if you're a grown man, your balls are hanging.
Your nuts hang. That's all there is to it.
So my thing here is,
why does he crawl into the tub?
Well, my first thing here is
visually, it's terrifying.
And there, I did not include them. I did not include them, but we will put them on social media. There is, I think the person who wrote the article did MS Paint sketches.
You have to be shitting
of what
me.
they think, which
Show
is great because
these.
it's also from a woman, so it's just complete you
what
know what
a
I
woman's
mean?
view of balls are like from the back.
Well, no, just how he would begin and the schematics of what it would work like.
Okay.
Because my thing here
do
is,
his nuts hang off the side of the tub and he just kind of slinks in like an alligator
there's
and the nuts
no
go
concrete
last?
evidence. The woman stopped responding because it just flooded with comments of no one does that. What does your husband do?
How is
and it
he
was one of
doing
those
it?
things where she was probably instantly shamed and realized it was weird, which you should have realized.
Imagine being the husband and you suddenly found out your wife was talking about how you crawled into the bath on hands and knees and let your nuts in last. Everyone at work is like, "Hey, Tom, I saw Jennifer was talking about your nutsack game the other day."
It also talks about him talking to people at work about it. It's a whole thing. We'll post the article and mainly the pictures. But my thing here
for sure, my dude,
is
your nuts in last.
Two big things. One, imagine being the woman walking in on that. You love someone. They seem to have kids because they're on a mother's form.
And we can also we've walked in.
Guys don't take a lot of baths, so it probably didn't happen for a while.
Baths are like a sacred thing.
And he's
hands and knees, like a dog crawling into the tub with his nutsack trailing behind him.
But I don't know how. But the second thing here, the variable that I don't understand, if I take a bath, I start the water, I let it get in a couple inches deep.
Yeah.
Get in there to make sure it's not scalding hot because it always is. And let it rise up.
Yeah.
So is this guy getting in there in a couple inches away? Is he getting in with no water turning on?
He's got to be going in shoulders first if nuts are last.
But
neck and shoulders first. I'm thinking this guy he's got to be going in like a diver. You know how divers go up backwards off the back of the boat? He's got to be going in backwards into the tub.
But who's got a tub like this?
Clearly this fucking guy.
My main point here is we're both of taller stature. I cannot comfortably be in a tub.
No,
I don't
same.
know what you could
You have
wait,
did,
I just don't even know.
when we go to the hotel, I will draw a bath and sit in there in my swim trunks just so you can see what I
prefer
look.
no swim trunks.
If you
I got to get to the bottom of these balls.
If you really do we want to do the ball experiment when we're drunk at the hotel room?
I would like to be drunk.
I would also like to be drunk if I'm gonna have my nutsack out around you. I'm not gonna lie.
But the only way I can picture this working is if there's a long
Walk
enough,
me through this.
Okay, a long enough tub or the man is short. There's a tub that's
Little
at
man.
least a foot longer than you laying down completely.
It has to be.
And getting in on your hands and knees doesn't seem like the move here. What I would do if I had like a 7-foot tub and I could lay down and I was trying to keep my balls at being the last thing that came in, I would lay in the tub, start the water, and let it rise and keep an eye on it, hold my nuts up, and then when it got, and basically you'd have to cup your dick
You
and
would have to
balls
hold your
and
shit.
hold them up.
Yeah.
And like, you still wouldn't be, unless you dunk your arms, and then that's technically
Okay, here's how in the event
And why
that
does it last? You're just prolonging it?
in the event I can get into a tub, this is how I do it. Couple inches of water, feet first. Your feet
you
are going to
stand,
be your
and then
feet
you
are going to be able to tell if it's too hot or not.
You
So
step in, and then you lower
and then you
yourself down, and
grab
then
the
you're just-
sides of the
yeah.
tub and you slowly lower yourself
And you're
in.
just sitting
and
in
your
it.
nutsack hits the water when it hits the water.
Yeah.
I'm at the point as a man where sometimes my balls hit the water in the toilet, and that is
I
upsetting.
don't understand that, but
It
it's
is
a story
upsetting.
for another
I'm
day.
a big man,
But,
like with big balls.
And I get it. It's like when you go in a cold pool and you're waiting.
like when we got into the river.
yeah, and you basically have to take that dive, and it's
It sucks.
putting your balls in.
And I'm sure as a baby,
then
like
it's
you
putting
don't
your
know how to
shoulders
deal
in.
with that. You can't
But
just
being a
gumption
grown
up
man,
and do it.
Why don't you just make the water not so hot?
That's what
is
I'm
your
saying. As a
issue
grown man,
here?
why
It's just
as the man in this situation, why can't you accurately gauge the temperature of the water?
yeah, I don't know. We need more information.
This
But
is
if
exactly this
anyone-
is smart condoms all over again.
Yeah, if anyone does this, please let us know.
Let
If
us know
anyone
how you
has
get into a
ideas,
like if you're cupping your nuts so they're the last thing that touches the water. Let
'cause
us
then
know
you're just
how.
prolonging it. I don't get what the point is.
I mean, I've heard of like old ass dudes where like their nutsacks are down to their knees. So it's like, how are you gonna stop
I feel
that
like that's
bad boy?
gotta be exaggerated.
No, it's not. Like, ask if you find some of your girlfriends that are CNAs, talk to some of them about the old ball sacks they've seen. It's
I
terrifying.
thought you meant like all of my girlfriends are CNAs.
Yeah,
You know
put
how
'em in
you
a
only
group.
date CNAs.
Yeah, you know how you
get all your exes together and ask them about old man balls and how they
Take
all
some
want to be
notes.
back with you because you're the best thing that ever happened. to them.
Yeah, I was told. I apparently recently was told to get over it and get the hint, but then I'm being stalked at work.
We're all being stalked places.
Yeah,
It's just me dressed up like your ex,
Thank
which
God.
is incredible.
I want to have sex with that so bad.
Oh,
You squeezed into her clothes, putting her makeup on and shit, getting a wig and everything. You're just like, hi, Sam.
Being
Let me
so-
suck your weird dick.
Such a
Height difference,
difference.
like t-shirt
Such a-
sleeves,
yeah.
the pants.
I have her clothes.
Oh my God, the
They're
pants
like,
alone.
I'm dedicated to the
I get fucking sad and shit. I'm like, go steal one of her work outfits and let me fuck you in it.
Okay, honey.
Sure thing, Slim.
So yeah, tell us about
Sure thing, Slim.
tell us about your balls in the bath. You want to pull up the second story?
I don't know. I want to keep talking about you wearing my ex's clothes, calling me
this is
Slim
a-
when you
this-
try to
this is a
fuck me.
private
Let me touch your weird dick, Slim.
Honey, I made you vegan food.
Honey, I made you vegan, let me suck your dick. I miss having a girlfriend.
That said, let me suck your dick.
I love a girlfriend that starts. Young thug.
Yes, ladies, Slim is single, so if your voice inflection changes dramatically quickly,
If your
please
voice
contact
inflection-
4027 Dapper. He is looking for you.
If your voice inflection changes wildly, you can cook a nice vegan meal while giving me some of that sloppiest of Toppingtons. Hit me up at 4027
You
Dapper.
threw it away. That's too many requirements.
Two
out of three.
I
Two
can't.
out of
I
three.
can't get a good tofu.
2 out of 3.
Tofu scramble and some slop Toppington. That sounds nice.
Then you don't even need the voice. Now you just have a normal bitch.
That's fine.
You got to go voice and sloppy top.
Okay, yeah, voice and
That's
sloppy.
enough.
Because
She'll probably be like, how are you?
You got a baby 15 episodes like crazy drastic drops. Like, I love you. Like,
Jesus Christ.
I want to meet this terrifying woman and have a baby with her.
I can't have your baby, but I'll meet you halfway.
Works for me.
I'm gonna go
Suck
half
my
on
dick
a
while
baby.
go halfway down on me and talk like that.
Yeah,
which means you're
I have a
basically,
horrible
which basically
gag
means you're
reflex.
kissing my belly button and going like, I love you. All right, so the second news
again,
story we gotta talk
we're
about.
not a news podcast, but these just fit with things we've mentioned, and we're gonna bring them up.
Okay,
Because we recently, how many kids did that man allegedly have in Chicago?
64.
Okay, I'm glad we, what was it? Yes, exactly.
I can't remember what my dad's voice sounds like, but I can tell you exactly how many fucking kids that dude had.
It's more important. So yeah, we recently talked about a man that allegedly had 64 children, and this just spoke to me because it's the best of both worlds.
As dads who don't have children, the
Yes.
stories like this leap out to us. I'm gonna try to get through this whole thing because this is a roller coaster from start to finish. 101-year-old Italian Anatuola Vertadella has given birth to a 9-pound baby. We're gonna get back to that after a controversial ovary transplant, widely criticized because of her advanced age. This is her 17th child. The father of the child is a 26-year-old man.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack there. This
Let's
is a
start-
legitimate news article.
I'm looking at a picture of the woman.
Yeah, she looks like a monster.
She looks
like an old witch.
She looks like
Someone that should never have children.
she
for the
looks
past-
like someone who would be like sorry.
Well, what is she? 100 and what?
101.
101. So she shouldn't have.
101.
She shouldn't have had kids for. If we're even being loose, 60 years, and
Yeah.
that's still frowned upon.
I'm gonna say 50 because
I'd say 50, but then that makes her 50. You shouldn't have kids at 50.
I'd say like you. I would say the latest, and
It's
this
like
is me.
40.
I'm
being
gonna say like
generous.
42, 43,
That's
and that's
and
me like
a gamble.
because
so
your
that's
shit gets
60
because your shit gets more fucked up as you get older, doesn't
yeah,
it? Like
you can have a lot of They say after 30, you're like there's risks just start pouring in.
yeah.
So yeah, we'll say 40, which means 61 years ago was when she should have stopped having.
And the
kids.
current baby daddy is 26. So 20 years after she should have stopped having kids, this dude was born.
This is just.
Who is the Italian guy with the old lady fetish that knocked her up? That's let me
Well, he didn't knock her
let
up.
me
Did he
see the
knock her
baby.
up?
It's-
Ovary trans.
Now it says she had an ovary transplant.
Yeah, I don't
so that
even
means
understand how
that means she got the transplant to have the working
So
ovaries.
he fucked her.
So he had to fuck her. He had to fuck
I mean,
that
at
old
that point,
lady.
you gotta fuck her.
Would you fuck that old lady?
I would not fuck that old.
Would
oh
you
my
keep your-
God, it looks like she's trying to suck the life out of that.
It looks
baby
like she's like,
to
how
get a
do
couple
I
more
get
years.
life from this human back
How do you even
into mine?
fuck 100-year-old?
Okay, I have seen some things.
How
on
much
the
money
internet.
would it take for you to fuck 100-year-old woman? Realistic number.
$100. $101. $1 for every year.
It's like the Price is Right. $1.
I'm over there making stupid helicopter sound. I'm like, just holding.
That's the noise I make while I'm fucking her to pretend it's not happening. I wish I was on a plane, and I'm so
I mean,
scared
she
of
has
being
to
on
be.
plane.
Just while you're. I wish I was on a plane. How do you even like? I feel like I would like hurt a woman
her?
that. Yeah, kill her. She's got to be so fragile.
I could sneeze near a 100-year-old woman and she'd die.
I have been in nursing homes and I've seen people
been
that are
a
like
100-year-old woman.
I have not, and I don't want to know. I have seen people in nursing homes that are like 76 and they look like the Crypt Keeper.
Yeah.
And I feel like those people would break if you touched them with a piece of paper at the wrong angle.
Their arms?
They look so frail.
This woman should have made that motion.
So frail.
It's upsetting.
It's okay. And
You know we have a lot of elderly listeners.
yeah, if it's one thing,
What's a podcast?
if it's one thing I know,
What's
it's
a
that
Slim Mommy Sucker?
yeah. If it's
No,
one thing.
76-year-old woman, stop.
Do you like spending time with your elderly loved ones stressed with Lewy body dementia or just Alzheimer's? Play them the Dapper Dads when you're around and see how they react.
Yeah, watch.
My girlfriend back in the Depression had a voice like that. She sucked me off on a cable car. Grandpa.
I was going to work in the coal mine.
Going to work in the canary factory.
You made canary.
Yeah, we had to twist him out of the earth. Had to get to the toothpaste mine before he could get canaries. Back then, toothpaste was made out of rock salt, sulfur, and cocaine. You didn't scrub your teeth with it. You shoved it up your ass and hoped it made it to your mouth. That's why everyone's teeth were so bad. The toothpaste was full of shit.
This is all adding up. Yeah, I don't even know.
We didn't have walls when I was a kid.
That old lady doesn't have any walls.
That old lady has to be talking about the crazy. How is she breastfeeding at 101? Okay, because think about this. Here's some actual science I've thought about when you showed me this article. If she is getting the ovary transplant done, that means her body has to be getting the hormones from those active ovaries. So this had to be like a young woman died in a car crash. They put her young junk inside her.
Dead.
Well, where else? Do you think she donated her whole ovary? I am screaming because I have so many questions about this.
That doesn't
you know
help
me. When I get overburdened with scientific questions, I get loud, my voice goes up, and then it comes right back down.
Of course. And the only way to pacify you is by putting a dick in your mouth.
The only way to pacify me is to play a Napalm Death record and give me some cotton candy.
But
so that way it sounds just like me. I'm shoving cotton candy in and I'm like,
I like to think that the woman who the ovaries came from is alive. Just like to look on the lighter side of things. But
do you think that that's her DNA in the kid then? Is it the old lady's DNA or is it the
how,
ovary DNA?
I don't know how any of that works. But the thing is, like, imagine you give up your ovaries.
Okay.
Does she know who it's going to? Is it a gamble? Is she being paid? Is she being paid a gross amount for this to happen?
Like to have the ovaries
because
put in
you
her?
should, like,
or
no,
for the young woman to get the ovaries out. So okay, so this is like one of those. It's one of those medical things where they're like, we need a healthy, young, reproductive system from a woman.
What fucking doctor would even do this?
I mean, think about. There's a Russian doctor trying to do a head transplant by like 2022.
In Russia.
Yeah, but like this is Italy, so like.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I like it to make it the doctor thing, do a thing impossibly. See, sometimes life is very good, sometimes it turn into a shit. Sometimes I treat the pneumonia, other times I put young eggs in an old bitch.
If you get tired of chewing, Giovanni will chew for you.
Yeah, chew for you. Yes, I love it to chew.
But yeah, there's just gonna be endless questions with this. That woman,
she's gonna die before that kid's like 5. It's 101. I hate to be morbid. I hate to be morbid, but 101.
It's not morbid when you're 100.
That's what I'm saying.
Imagine being 100.
She's gonna make it to 119 and see the kid graduate high school. What are you gonna do? Be like when she's like 114?
Could
be
you
like
imagine being a kid in school and being like, my mom's 106, and they're like, stop lying, and then she comes in for a PTA meeting, wheeled in.
PTA nothing, parent teacher
and they're
night.
like, oh, I didn't know. Is the grandma the guardian? No, I'm the mother. Like,
I'm the mama.
Because you know people who have old parents, and you're like, wow, your dad's old as shit. When they like, there's like a fun fair, and your parents show up, and you're like, God, your dad's got gray hair.
So I was in a band right when I moved up to Rockford called Reactions. We were like a front bottoms kind of thing, like an acoustic duo. And he was a younger guy. He was like my age, like 18, 19 at the time. And my parents, okay, so my dad's gonna be 66 this year.
Okay.
He's up there. My mom is gonna be 57. He's gonna be 66. She's gonna be 57. So at the time, my parents weren't like old, but they were like getting there. You know, they'd had the kids would graduate and everything. I met it was my friend Michael. I met his dad, and his dad was like all white, like white hair, white goatee, but he was still like it was one of those like nice older guys. You could tell they're still active. Probably went walking in the morning and stuff. Drank wine with dinner, you know, because it's good for the heart. Mm-hmm. That one of those kind of things, you know. And
what has this lady been doing for her heart?
I want to know what the fuck she's eating to live to be 101. Because okay, now here's and this is a firm belief that I carry. I believe that every single human being on earth, you, me. This 101-year-old woman has a different body makeup where a certain type of food will make that person live longer. Because what do they do? Whenever you read an article in the paper about like these old people that live to be 100, they ask them, "What's your secret? What do you do?" You know. And we've talked about this on the show before. I've talked about one of my personal heroes, the man from the Bronx who lived off of 3 gallons of Thunderbird wine a day and bread, fried, and fatback.
Yeah,
because it's admirable.
You hear stories about people smoking cigarettes and drinking, and they live to be 90.
Well, and it's because it's like everybody has a secret. But some old people's like oatmeal, clean living, blah blah blah. Like I want this woman to be like
okay.
I want her to be like a deep fried meatballs in love from my mafia sons.
Yeah, I don't want to live to be 100.
I want a deep fried meatball right now.
I don't know what is good after 70, and that's being generous. because then you're just old. You can't, everything has to just be a waking reminder of when you weren't old.
Well, and it's like I see all of her friends have to be dead.
Yeah.
I mean, like, think about it. Like like her parents.
Everybody's dead.
Everybody. Like, okay,
she's clutching
the most
life.
the most depressing thing I read this week. John McCain passed away this week, and he was, how old was he? 80 something, 81. His 106-year-old mother attended his funeral.
Yeah.
Imagine living to be 106 and watching your children die.
Imagine being 106 and watching your children go to fucking first grade.
Imagine being 106 and taking pictures at your kid's first day of kindergarten.
Oh, you can't take pictures because you don't understand how technology
I want to know
I
want to see this kid's baptism because, I mean, like Italy, Catholic country, you know, they're probably going to get the kid baptized. I really want to see like this young 26-year-old, like I'm thinking like not like Jersey Shore Guido, but like pop collar, like young man, like just a young man enjoying himself.
Yeah, I got to see a picture of this guy. He's got to be gross, right?
I mean, what if he's like really like cut, good looking?
Do you think she's
like
rich?
I mean, what if it's not even? What if it's not even like? What if
sort of clause where they have to have a kid for him to inherit some money? That's the only scenario where I see it.
I really need to know if.
But I've been watching a lot of Tales from the Crypt, which really harps on murdering your wife or husband for money. Like a lot of it.
When was the show made?
Like
80s.
I think early 90s.
A lot of that going on around then.
Yeah,
when did that dude get his penis chopped off in his sleep? Was that the early 90s? Because I remember.
Yeah, Bobbitt. Lorraine Bobbitt was the one who cut his penis off and threw it in a field.
Yeah.
I think that was like like 96.
Yeah, because Weird Al referenced that in one of his parody, the Crash Test Dummy song. That.
Yeah. Yep. She threw his penis in the field. He found it, got it sewed on, and then
did a porno.
To make porn.
Yeah.
Franken penis.
Why wouldn't you?
Of course.
If you got your dick chopped off, you tell me you wouldn't try to ride that thing till the end of the world?
I would hope I could ride it.
What was that one thing?
The stitching comes undone.
Oh my God. I'm just thinking like it gets to the point where like Homer was getting hit with the cannonballs, and he's like, if you take one more cannonball, you're gonna fucking die. And the doctor's like, if you fuck one more girl, your dick's gonna rip off.
Yeah, it's like the guy from Three Dog Night. Shout out Emilio.
Shout out Emilio.
That's my.
What was that one documentary we were talking about probably like a couple months ago where it was the claim the foot. Yeah, I still need to watch
Finders Keepers, and it is phenomenal.
That's on Netflix.
Yes. Also, real quick, speaking of documentaries, everybody please go watch Minding the Gap.
Yes,
it's on Hulu right now. We are from Rockford. We reference it endlessly. This is a documentary. I went to school with the kid who made it. It's all about Rockford. If you want to see what life in Rockford is like, this is a uncomfortably real. Like you see, like oh my god,
and like,
this is Rockford.
And I'm not going to sit there and say we're the worst city because we're not. You know, I definitely think there's more violence in Chicago.
I listened to a podcast with him, Bing, the director, talking about it, and it was like an NPR style thing, and they're like a documentary featuring a town outside of Chicago called Rockford, Illinois, that's seen better days. And I was like, wow, what a fantastic way to put it. Like I was like, great. But it's based around skateboarding. I went to school with him. He used to shoot skate videos, skate all the time. But what it becomes, it's just like a fantastic coming of age story about him and two other guys that started skating, and they all have like horrible family scenarios, and they go through different things. And it's like it's currently rated the best movie of the year, which is incredible.
Wow.
Like now we're from a city that did something finally besides Cheap Trick, and
the color morale.
I can't rave about it enough, and like it's like so little to do with skateboarding. That's like the entry point. Like he even said in an interview I was listening to, he's like, if you like break it down, there's only like 10 or 15 minutes of skate footage. It's like that's the basis of it, but it becomes so much more.
Yeah,
and like I keep like Tony Hawk was posting about it, like fucking Jonah Hill, like seeing so many people post about like a movie and like watching it. If you're from Rockford, it's like I was in awe because I'm like, I know where that is. I used to skate that. Oh, I know they're outside of CJ's. They're downtown by the Register Start. Like it's fucking like every single I see houses that I know. Like it's crazy for that. But like outside of it, it's a phenomenal movie. It's on Hulu. You can get a free Hulu trial. I like this movie's incredible.
Text
I'm watching
Slim,
it again
he might
tomorrow.
let you use his account.
Yeah, I had. Yes, thank you so much. You gave me your password because I was waiting to watch it. Shout out, Kurt.
Well, that's part of why I thought you fucked up my Spotify because my Spotify and Hulu were linked. Because I was like, this son of a bitch. I let him watch Minding the Gap, and this is how he repays me.
I was so confused when I logged in because I was like unfamiliar with Hulu, and like I was trying to find it, and I was using the fucking Fire Stick, which is a nightmare with that remote. And I'm like, why is it all horror movies? Weird, obscure horror movies. And I'm like, oh, it's Slim's account. Of course, it's all weird.
Why
it's
is
like,
it?
Want to keep watching this and watch these things? And I'm like, this is very specific. Because at first I was like, why is it? No, I'm interested in a lot of these, but this is weird. I thought I just signed in, and I was like, oh, it's Slim. Yeah. Good job.
I'm
glad it was just hardcore porn, which I didn't know was even on Hulu.
Which I'm really upset because my mom and sister share my account, and I haven't had internet in about a month or so. So somebody at my mom's house.
Yeah, it was weirdly specific porn.
I'm gonna have to text them after the show.
Yeah.
I just want to say this. I have not seen Minding the Gap yet. I really do wish I could watch it with you guys this weekend. It's really nice to have some media out there that doesn't paint Rockford in the worst kind of light, you know, because one of the things, if you're from Rockford, you see it all the time. There's this dumbass article that gets shared around. Rockford voted #2 most violent city in America after Detroit. Murderless, blah blah.
It's just most dangerous city. Which
and we do get a bad rap. And I am not gonna lie about Rockford. We have seen better days. We used to be a really big industrial town.
Yep. It's
the
just
industry's
like Detroit.
gone.
It's just like Detroit, and people keep saying that's not the case, and it's unbelievably like Detroit. It just hasn't gotten there yet.
Ethnically, what really settled Rockford was Swedish and Italian. And there's something about just being downtown, like this area, like Charles Street, that whole area, you see like a lot of old like Swedish businesses and Italian businesses and stuff like that. I was at the library earlier this week, and the guy I always deal with at the library, he's like an old school like Rockford Italian guy, and like he's got the old Italian name. But there's a certain, like, I don't want to call it charm, but like kindness that comes from like old school Rockford people, you know, because they know that like the town isn't the best, you know. But I feel like when you're here for a while, it comes in 3 stages. You get to Rockford, or you're from Rockford, and you're like, this is my town, this is this. Everybody goes through an angry phase a little bit where we're kind of like, this town sucks, it doesn't really give us anything, it doesn't do anything. But then I feel like as you get older, you're kind of like, the city really has kind of given us a lot. Like all my friends are from here. All of my, like, the people I respect and love, a lot of them are from here. This town has given me a lot.
All the horrible fucks, I know.
And I'm not saying this town hasn't taken a lot from me and that there's a lot of horrible fucks and horrible things around here, but we were talking about it last episode. There's that guy who was like, everyone says they're from Chicago, but fuck that. I'm from Rockford.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna walk around wearing like an 815 Pride shirt or anything, but like I'm not ashamed to be from Rockford. I love being in Rockford. I love living in Rockford. Like I definitely don't want to be here for the rest of my life. Yeah. But for where I'm at,
die, bitch.
For where I'm at in my life right now, wherever I move, like a big dream of mine would be either to move to Minneapolis or Chicago. And regardless if I move to those places, I'm always gonna tell people I'm from fucking Rockford. You understand me? I love Rockford. I'm gonna come back to Rockford. I'm gonna come visit Rockford. Rockford has things you can't get anywhere else.
Yeah, like horrible fucks.
Like horrible fucks and Mrs. Fisher's potato chips.
Yep, that's about it. But yeah, watch Minding the Gap, even if you're not from Rockford, even if you don't like skating. It's like very impactful and beautiful, and I couldn't be prouder that it came from the place I'm from. We have a submission that I apparently closed out of, so I'm going to struggle to open it, and I'm just going to keep going like this. What do we have here? I do know that it was, the header was to me. So,
so you finally got a submission.
Yeah. Well, I technically got one. I guess we'll shout it out. I think it was only because of everything, but it was from, you want to take a guess who this one was from?
Leonard?
Yeah.
Yeah. Way to be Leonard.
And the email was greasypussy@rightnow.com. And it says, hey, drama, make the greasy pizza pussy shirt. I will buy one. Regards, Lemmy. So that one I wasn't going to say because it's kind of inside baseball, but it was directed towards me, so I appreciate that. This one was also directed towards me. It's from... this is the name. I'm not just saying rude things. It's from a literal hunk of shit.
I'm glad you prefaced it.
Yeah,
because I'll be damned if that's not our colloquialisms and how we talk about people. It's from this little piece of shit.
And the email is.
I know you're listening, Cole.
The email. He might not be.
He might not.
The email is government@fbi.com.
Oh, good. Is that you, detective?
And it says, "Dear drama. Don't worry, we love you. Thank you."
Good. I'm glad we got to stroke Drama's ego this week.
I got something you can stroke. It's my back because it's sore. Funny thing about my back is it's located on my cock.
Weird.
It says, I wish I had a question specifically targeted for you, but I'd prefer feedback from both of you if possible. I'm going to say it's not possible. I will only be answering this.
I will be talking loudly over you until my opinion is heard.
Yeah, it sounds like a podcast we do every week. It says, anyway, what would be the absolute worst fan fiction that could be created?
Ooh, this is
Yeah, I mean, the possibilities are endless.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it has to be it's erotic fan fiction we're talking about.
Of course. I don't know any other fiction.
Dapper dads with little old man.
No.
Little old sorry man. That's pretty terrible.
I was thinking, first thing that came to my mind, Bernstein Bears.
Bernstein Bears?
No, Bernstein. This is how they get away with it. Bernstein Bears. No, I'm saying this is where the Bernstein comes in, so they can get away with all the legalities. Bernstein Bears, all incest. That would be probably the worst fan fiction. Just off the top of my head, just spitballing. Because there's so much.
There is.
We need to address the
amount of incest
epidemic.
in fan fiction.
Just in a lot of things.
I mean, for the love of God, how many times have I had to see a fucking like supernatural fan fiction where the brothers are banging each other? I thought that show was actually about a gay couple because before I even saw a single episode of it, I saw much.
I thought you just meant the word supernatural, and I was like keeping it fast and loose. There's just all these ghost brothers
butt fucking each other. No,
someone draw it.
So because Supernatural's been around forever, but I hadn't.
A lot of girls tell me to watch that show.
Yeah, I'm not interested
I like
in it.
Creepy things.
Yeah. And
bitch, come watch the creepy things I watch.
Bitch, come watch Tales from the Crypt.
Bitch, come watch some of the movies I've seen.
Bitch, come watch Hereditary with me for fun.
Bitch, come watch the scene in Irreversible.
Which I'm not a fan of. I am not. It's so terrible.
But there's so much incest. You go to porn every day, and it's
like
fucking,
brother comes in sister, mom.
And they always say stepsister, and I'm like, that doesn't make it
better.
And then it's always mom and son.
Because they're still like, oh my god, we grew up together, brother.
I can't believe my brother's fucking.
Is there that many people out there that want to fuck their siblings?
So much of that porn that it must be. But you know what's crazy? If someone put a porno, I want to preface this by saying I don't want it. I'm not for it. I would never be involved in it. But imagine if someone uploaded a porno that was like, dad fucks daughter. Like people would be like, well, what the fuck?
Yeah,
but then it's like dad fucks stepdaughter, and everybody's like, let's fucking go.
Yeah, literally.
Fuck that teenage girl that we're pretending is younger than she is.
Dad fucks stepdaughter and best friend after they ask for money.
Dad swapped daughters.
Oh, that's the worst.
There's so much. Why is this a thing?
Because literally
people are fucked.
Literally growing up, how often did you see a dad that wasn't protective over his little girl?
Yeah.
You know, like what dad is like, yeah, you know what? Hey, man, you know what? If you let me fuck your daughter up, you can fuck mine.
Can you imagine even trying to
Can
have
you
that
imagine if
conversation?
us in like 20 years, if we have like daughters and we're both drunk as fuck, and I'm like, hey man, you can fuck my daughter, but I can fuck yours. Yeah, I'd have to kill you too.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way
in front of my daughter.
No way you are getting your dick near my kids.
No, but yeah, there's a problem. Like, there's a lot of porn out there that you can objectively be like, these people are fucked up. You're watching weird shit, but that's a person's preference. We do need to talk about the incest situation
and how much keeps coming up.
Yeah,
is there a correlation?
Is
there a correlation between the rise of STDs and the rise of incest porn?
I like to think
is the STDs God punishing us for wanting to fuck our sisters?
Someone should.
Someone. God, Satan, Buddha.
I don't even like saying these phrases.
Yeah, I don't like saying them because it makes. I am not into this. I want to say that the Dapper Dads are anti-incest porn.
Yeah, if we can take one firm stand that we both agree on, it has to be this. Pornhub recently had a banner that was like, click here to block all of that porn. That means that it's such an epidemic that Pornhub is trying to censor some of the videos being uploaded because there's too much incest.
And when Pornhub is trying
to fuck anyone in your family.
When Pornhub is your moral compass, you need to calm down.
Yeah.
You need to back up.
Pornhub tea, $17. We will ship to anywhere in the world.
Anywhere in the world.
Purchase, we will deliver it to you. It is our most popular
worldwide
t-shirt.
shipping. It is our most popular shirt, actually.
But yeah, like, we gotta fucking watch whatever
Dapper
you
Dads
want.
are fighting incest porn in 2018. You heard it here first.
The worst is when you see one and the girl is just banging. She's doing everything you want. So you're like, I'm going to dip my toes in. I'll get past the dialogue. And that way I can just pretend.
Yeah, but then halfway through there's some dialogue.
And then she starts saying shit and you're just like, no, I can't. Now I got a hard dick and a lot of questions.
Now I got a hard dick and a lot of shame. And I never
turn porn off. And I haven't finished.
Do you know how angry it makes me to have to turn porn off?
I know. I know how angry it makes you. I've seen you. Inappropriate times, but I've seen
my big open window. You just see me throwing shit.
You throw your phone.
Just gets lodged at your dick. Just quietly, you just me.
What am I supposed to do?
What the
It's not even quiet. Your windows are open.
This is the hardest my dick has been in months, and this is what I get.
11 years, 6 months, 12 days. I finally get one, and it's incest porn.
God, I'm going to kill myself over this.
But what are some other horrible fan fictions?
The worst one that I ever personally saw was
a purchase.
No, the worst one I ever purchased through a GoFundMe.
The only one I ever got funding for.
The worst one I ever saw was Professor Snape fucking the Teletubbies.
I would.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mashups, I think. I was thinking Harry Potter would be weird. I read one book and never looked back.
I don't know why someone thought Snape fucking a Teletubby was a good place to go.
Just like to get weird.
There is some weird.
Well, who even?
Let me.
That crossover just was unnecessary.
I think he taught at one point. I remember vividly. I didn't read it. I read like an overview of it.
Of course, yeah, an overview. I read it front to back 6 times. That was my overview.
Okay, here we go.
More like an underview where you just see the balls and butthole.
Okay. I'm trying.
I feel like you're going to it too quickly. No matter how soon you pick it up, I'm saying.
Okay, I really just want you to understand what's going to happen when you go to Google and you type in Professor Snape fucks a Teletubby.
Well, I think you never phrase things right.
Cookie Monster and Clay from Sons of Anarchy bond over cookies.
I don't like this submission. It's opened up an unsettling can of worms.
Where is it? Where is that Professor's
name?
A giant squid brings Hogwarts Castle to orgasm. So like a squid.
That one I like. That one sounds nice.
A Slimer from Ghostbusters rapes Sam from Transformers, while Wolverine and Jean Grey have scat sex with a Ghostbuster.
Oh, that one takes the cake, I think.
You think that's the best one?
Yeah, there was so much in that. That was just unbelievable.
Okay, you know
okay, so now I'm gonna take a stand against fan fiction along with the incest
and there we
go.
It's actually a search. Professor Snape meets the Teletubbies, a Harry Potter fan
it's a search because you've searched it.
Look at this whole thing.
Yeah, they're always unreasonably long. When are you supposed to come? Do you have to read the whole thing and go back like when you watch porn? I don't want any of this.
Oh.
Yeah, I just.
Tubby Custard is used quite a bit. Listen, you. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and read. You hurt Tinky Winky's feelings, said Tinky Winky. You hurt Dipsy's feelings, said the green one. Snape stared at them blankly for a moment, then picked up Tinky Winky by his inverted triangle. Listen, you prat, tell me where the potions room is, or else, Snape threatened. Tinky Winky just gave him a grin and exclaimed, "Let's make Tubby Custard and toast." The Teletubbies started chanting, "Custard, toast, custard, toast." In frustration, Snape used a orgasmus spell on all of them, and a liquid poured out onto the grass from their obstructions. The Teletubbies jumped up and down happily. Tubby Custard, Tubby Custard, Tubby. Okay, I gotta stop.
I was gonna say
the next sentence involves lick and custard.
Yeah, I can see where this is going, and I love every second of it. But stop, please. We can't lose more listeners.
This is something about a brown eye.
Okay, please. Like we're done with this.
Why?
Who? How? All of the questions. Who? What?
What is the point of erotic fan fiction? Like, why are you?
That's what I mean. Do you jerk off to it? And when do you come? Do you read the whole thing? Go back to a part you like when you watch porn.
Okay. You sometimes save the video in your browser and
you do it once over, and then you find the part that was best. You're like 4 minutes, 17
go
seconds
back
in,
a couple days later.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying in the moment, you find what you're looking for.
Yeah.
You don't just start jerking off and come because then you're gonna catch something.
So are you saying you like skim the whole fan fiction to see like the best part and just read it over and over while you're jacking off?
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't know if I've ever.
If you've ever jacked off the fan fiction, please text us. Let us know the schematics.
I don't know if I've ever jacked off to the written word.
I can also say I've never jacked off to the written word.
So.
I don't think I've never gotten too aroused from sexting either, for what it's worth.
Oh yeah, it's a nightmare.
Every time I've been sexting, I've very much been doing other things.
Yeah.
Like working.
Yeah, just like trying to live my life and watch when girls.
I'm a grown man. I can't be sexting these days.
And it's just weird. I feel like I've told this story, but someone I was friends with for a long period of time that you're familiar with, when we were teenagers on AOL Instant Messenger, there was a girl who would just I keep wanting to say Skype, instant message with them, and want to do like sexting, and I'd be over and he'd be like, I'm gonna do it, let's see what she says, and he'd be like, you get started, and she was like, I'm in your house, I'm in a French maid outfit, I bend over to, I vividly remember this, I bend over to dust the logs on the fireplace, what do? And he's like, I wondered why the fuck you're dusting the logs. And then she's like, I get you a glass of water because you're looking warm. Continue. And he's like, I smack the water out of your hand and call you a bitch. And she's like, I like it. And then he showed me pictures of her when she was like tied up in different outfits that she had tied herself up with a self-timer. Who took the pictures?
Yeah, I was gonna say after the self-timer we dealt with, I feel like there's not enough time to tie yourself up, and then
no, there's not enough time. So people are weird, and like, I don't think you should be writing about sex in that sense, unless you're like a journalist and you're writing about some sort of sex
I just feel
article.
like how lonely do you got to be writing this?
It's not even lonesome. It's just how do you come up with it? I say some off the wall shit. I have some crazy.
I hear
ideas
us say off the wall shit every week.
I just go with shit, but I don't think I could come up with
whatever the fuck that
custard,
is. Tubby custard and orgasm spells and.
I mean, the orgasm spell is like
sounds pretty legit.
Yeah, that makes sense. He's a wizard of sorts. Of course, there's going to be an orgasm spell.
Yeah.
Tubby custard is where I'm surprised.
I mean, it's
and a little impressed.
I mean, it's Teletubbies.
Yeah, but I don't think I would have went custard. I think it would have been Tubby cum. I don't like any of it. Tubby juice.
Oh, I hate that even more.
Tubby fluid. But if you had to create, now I don't even think I can create a funny one because these are like off the wall.
How are you gonna beat the Ghostbuster ghost raping that girl?
I don't. Yeah, that's my biggest problem with it is that's involved.
Why has it got to be rape? That's what I want to know. Why can't the ghost?
Why can't free for all?
Why can't she just consent to the ghost? Why can't everybody just consent in these things?
Because
just people ruin everything.
Yeah, sometimes you like prior to this moment, the last 10 minutes of this, I had a idea of fan fiction. I know it gets weird,
but like until I read you some examples
things and like whatnot. But just even the titles and like the fucking, I just don't understand the mindset. These people are unhealthy and a cause for concern.
I'm thinking Dapper Dad's erotic fan fiction. Riding the Magic School Bus with just Miss Frizzle.
Well, yeah, that sounds nice,
doesn't it?
Yeah, if someone, and I'm not looking for the length of these stories, but anybody, if you want to cook up a Dapper Dad's erotic fan fiction, we will read it on air. No rape, no incest,
nothing
like that. That's our two bugaboos.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and put our feet down for the first time in history.
Those two I don't want anything ever coming to us about either of those subjects.
We're just going to go ahead and say it right now on air just so it's solidified for the rest of history. Don't ever bring us either one of those things unless it's for how I can personally prevent both from ever happening ever again.
Yeah. But if you want to cook up a
Dapper Dad's fan
fiction.
Someone
cook up the best Dapper Dad's fan fiction.
Erotic fan fiction.
Erotic fan fiction. Make it, it's got to be like what you've just
It's going
to
be so gay.
It's we're two dudes from what I understand.
I want it to be like references too.
Yeah, I want deep references.
I want like, but, this means Lenny's going to write it.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, I'm looking at a couple #1 fans, and this will make you the #1 fan.
Yeah,
we will give you something, and it has to be good. If we only get one, which I would kind of hope that we do.
I hope it's a flood of erotic. Just people being like, I've been wanting to talk about your boners ever since I started listening to this.
I hope people have been like, well, I already have a rough draft, so this will finally give me the push.
I hope. Honest to God, I feel like Emilio's going to be the one to do this. That dude has.
Actually,
I'm going to tell you something about the stories Emilio has written. There is one time, and he's going to laugh his ass off and text me about this when he hears this. So Emilio has dabbled in just writing. He enjoys being a writer, not fan fiction writing, just writing in general.
I've read some of his writing.
Yeah,
he was the one who sent us the soapy breasts, and he also sent us the entire synopsis of the movie Ghost, because we talked about them at the same time. I got them at a party at your house, and it was like a paragraph, big soapy boobs, paragraph, big soapy boobs.
Man's good at writing.
Over and over and over. And yeah, I read the whole thing eventually, and I was like, this is a spot-on synopsis of the movie Ghost.
Yeah.
And these are
Man's got the juice.
Very beautiful soapy breasts.
Yeah.
Might have been one of the best things that's ever been submitted to us. It was private in a Twitter DM where he sends me all of the things that are a gamble of him mildly naked or you being an awkward younger person. So thank you, Emilio.
Yeah. So when he started dabbling into writing, he sent me the first short story that he ever wrote, and it was called Silver Cock. And it basically involves a young man getting gangbanged by a bunch of things in mascot costumes.
Okay.
I feel like I'm losing some details here somewhere, but one of them's like
Seems like it.
One of them was like the Tin Man or something like that, and makes him suck his silver cock, which is the point. I guarantee you there's a copy of this on my laptop somewhere because I have all of the stories Emilio used to send me on my laptop. There was a fucked up short story that I wrote one time.
No, I don't want that.
You don't want it at all. You don't want it at all. I'm going to tell you right now, everybody listening to this, you're probably like, I wonder what Slim would write. You don't want to know.
No.
You don't want to know.
I know what I could
Emilio
write.
knows. He read it. He proofread it.
It's good. It's good that you had people for this.
Yeah.
Self-published?
Believe it or not. Call 4027-DAPPER and send me $24.99 plus shipping and handling, and I'll send you a print copy of it.
Hey, that's not a bad deal. That's is that your hidden knowledge finally?
Nah.
No, it gets worse than that.
It's forbidden knowledge.
Forbidden. Sorry, it's also hidden.
Yeah, it's hidden and forbidden.
Hidden and forbidden. So yeah, someone write a Dapper Dad's erotic fan fiction, including like another franchise of sorts. Like don't go Harry Potter, but something.
I'm
like
thinking
that.
Dapper Dads.
Nope, don't even give it to him. Surprise us.
I know what I would write. Let's put it that way.
Well, yeah, we'll talk about this afterwards. We'll get a little undressed, and I'll start jotting some ideas down.
Yeah.
We'll get in the business, but yeah, someone, at least one person or hundreds of people, give us. And it can be short. I'm not looking for a fucking.
Give me your best paragraph-long erotic story.
Yeah, give us an elevator pitch about your erotic fan fiction. Be sure to be very descriptive with all of the details.
As descriptive
it's got to be
possible.
Tubby Custard, and it's going to be difficult.
Don't want any
it's hard to beat Tubby Custard. You got to really beat it out.
Beat out the Tubby Custard.
Beat out the Tubby Custard. So yeah. www.thedapperdads.com for everything, including anonymous submissions. If you don't want us to know who's, I need you to stop with your Tubby Custard. If you don't want us to know who is writing the fan fiction,
which I'm gonna guess you don't,
you shouldn't. You can submit it anonymously on the website www.thedapperdads.com, or email it to us dapperdadspodcast@gmail.com. Call 4027-DAPPER, read it to us, or text it, and we'll try to figure that out. Do all the shit. Contact us right now if you're listening on the day it comes out, or the following day. We're in Minneapolis and we're drunk.
Yeah.
So we love you.
We love you all.